flow. I just had to let you know.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the San Francisco 49ers. The first carry now for Kenneth Dixon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it, baby. We got
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints up.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Newton. That's caught by Hollister.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
25 yards that time.
Yeah, Greg Olson's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, first down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not... And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Now Newton on third and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. How about that? For a momentum swing. You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Golden Tate, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Newton. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let him play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Golden Tate with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
Take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Stafford on 1st down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On second down, it's Coleman. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
Third and long, it's Stafford. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Well, can he put it aside? Let's find out. On second and 9, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Stafford. There goes a deep ball. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kevin Coleman. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, and the Niners get there and bring him down.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. Throwing is Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Throwing again on second down. Newton letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and goal. Newton. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So we've reached halftime here. And well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play.
Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got Rome powering his way forward. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at
Come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's true. Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Newton to throw. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. The 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Newton and Olsen here with a connection, and he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play with a nice throw.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he spins through. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Listen, the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Now Newton on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Newton.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
This all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
We got this.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Newton, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Newton now to throw. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Eric Armstead. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, this will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having... And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. On third down, here's Coleman. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they hand. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.